Might move spots. I think that's what we're gonna do. Give me a second, guys. This doesn't really matter. Okay. Go back over here because it doesn't matter. I don't know why I did. I don't know why I did that. What up? What's going on, Circuit? What are you doing, buddy? Sorry, guys. I got my camera at a weird angle because it's like really bright right now. So I got it to where you can't really see my face, but you kind of can. I don't want the sun in my eyes. Oh, and I took my sunglasses out of my fucking jacket. What is everybody up to today? I'm just chilling. Today's my first day off. I told everybody I'd come go live, so I am live. Just chilling. I will eventually. I vape now because it is better than chewing and better than smoking cigarettes. Not that I ever smoked cigarettes. I never liked smoking cigarettes. Shit never had an appeal to me. Vaping, I vape because it tastes good and it's better than doing most of the other stuff I do. Stop what? What's up? How's everybody's day? Thank you guys for liking the live. I appreciate that. If you don't know what this channel is about, we talk about recovery. I talk about my story through addiction, through losing my leg, through my disability that I was born with. I talk about a lot of things that are kind of like, no, I'm not sick. Just coughing. Where I'm at, it's actually really easy to get sick, though. We are going to be making a big move, though, here soon. So that's what they say. But I've read a bunch of different articles talking about how it. Even my doctor told me he'd rather see me vape than smoke cigarettes or chew tobacco. No, we have no snow here. Not at all. No, I'm not sick. Not sick at all. I guess I just came off of being sick like last week. I've just been working a lot, and today's my first day off. And I got up and I did recovery classes this morning. Oh, so you're sick? There is a lot of sickness going around right now. I know that for a fact. That right now, a lot of people are getting sick. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get better soon. It always sucks, especially on holidays, to be sick. What time is it where you're at? Grape. I work for, well, I work at Costco, but I work through a company called CDS. It's 3 p.m. there. Yeah, I work. Yeah, I hate to see people sick at all. It'd be cool if we didn't have all the sickness and stuff we had in the world right now. Where I live, so I live in a homeless shelter for people that don't know. Right now, I live in a homeless shelter. There's a lot of people here that are sick right now. And like, it's because you have such a mass of people. 346? Or no, yeah. It's 1146 where you're at? You do not like pollen? Oh, do you have allergies? Is that why you're not? Is that what you were talking about? A pet kiwi. Circuit, thank you. I appreciate you always. Yeah, we don't really like it when people come in here spamming. Like, I'm not going to pay any attention to you, but I do have subscribers that will call you out on spamming because they don't like it. It annoys me too, but I usually don't say anything. Somebody else usually says something. And Circuit is a moderator, so is that 11:45 or 11:47? My favorite fruit? I don't know. Um, Probably grapes, I guess. Yes, you're spamming. Repeatedly putting a bunch of messages is spamming. Apples are good too, actually. It would have to be between grapes and apples. I would have to agree with that. Because they have a lot of different kinds of apples, and like Granny Smith apples are the best apples you can buy. But they're so good. What? Time changes. What are you talking about? Yeah, most of the people that are on here are not from the same time zone. I have people from Canada. I have people from. Oh, see? You got put on timeout for 10 seconds. Yes, 100%. You are right. Granny Smith apples are amazing. Such good apples. What's up, everybody coming in? Thank you guys for liking the live. I appreciate you guys. Watermelon. I've never really liked watermelon. I've never liked watermelon. It's not one of those things that I like. I don't know why. It just doesn't have a taste to me. Like I don't. It just tastes like water, and it's messy, and I just don't like that. Do you know there is yellow watermelon? Yes, I actually have seen that on a few videos. I've never. I don't know. I've just never liked watermelon. It's never been my thing. Even when I was a kid, I never didn't like it. Everybody else wanted to go get watermelon and stuff, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't like that. It just doesn't taste like anything to me. Grapes are good. I do like grapes. That is my number one, I think. But I kind of like grapes. I don't know. Grapes is just one of those things because it's a quick fruit that you could put like sugar and shit on them, and it tastes so good. What is everybody up to today? What is everybody doing for the holidays? I'm just chilling. So it's, it's my last day off is Christmas, and so I'm gonna just chill. I'm gonna be live on Christmas. We started talking about fruit because somebody asked me what my favorite fruit was. So I don't this this is kind of how these chats go. They just get out of pocket sometimes. Why did that get muted? See, that's how I feel. Christmas is just another day. Like it's no big deal. I don't like. I haven't celebrated Christmas in a long time. The only time I celebrate Christmas is like when I'm with my mom and dad. We eat dinner and shit and chill. But it's not like we don't celebrate it like everybody else does. Everybody else has like shit ton of family over and all this other crazy shit. You pray? I mean, I guess that makes sense because Christmas is like what the Lord's Day or some shit. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I don't really know much about religion. Um, I know I've looked into pretty much every religion there is. Well, almost every religion. There's a couple religions that I don't talk about, but right, I only celebrate when my grandparents come around. Yeah, it's one of those things like I celebrate Christmas with my mom and dad when I can, but it's more for my mom. I'm not really a. I don't hate Jesus. I just don't believe in Jesus. See that sounds like a good plan. Thank you. I make these. This is my brand. And then on the back it says, "If you believe in yourself, anything is possible." That's what I'm probably just gonna chill and play video games. Well, I'm like I said, I will be doing a live on Christmas just because why not? Um, that way I can see what you guys are up to and come hang out with you guys. If the people that aren't celebrating can come hang out and we can talk and bullshit and you taking off grapes. Not you. Yeah, she left. Yeah, she went walking that way. My favorite holiday would have to be Halloween. I don't celebrate Christmas anymore, and then like even my birthday, I don't even celebrate my birthday. What's up, Cuba? How are you? Haven't seen you in a minute. I like Halloween just because it's one, it's my birth month, and two, it was always that time of year where you could do like dress up crazy and do cool shit without people bugging about it. I used to celebrate Easter too, but see, my thing is like Christmas and Easter are all like religious holidays. Um, and I'm not really a religious person, so I just don't believe in. I don't celebrate those days, I guess. But Halloween's like I said, it's the one time a year that people get to go out and dress how crazy and do crazy shit and have fun, and you get to do, you get to dress up as whatever you want for that day, and everybody's cool with it. You don't know what you're gonna do for Christmas, yeah. Yeah, it's like I respect everybody's religion. Like everybody, the way I see religion is like if you have something to believe in like that and you truly believe in it, like that's cool because like that's cool that you have something to believe in at the end of the day. Um, it's just one of those things like so I've been through losing a leg. I was born with a disability. I've been bullied. I've just been through a lot of things in life that have. I'm not gonna say I don't believe in anything. I just don't believe in. I'm not gonna call it God or whatever. Like I've looked into religions, like as far as the Viking religion, um, pagan religion, whatever you want to call it. I've looked into Christian religion. I've looked into Catholic religion. Not, I've never like went to a Catholic church or nothing, but I've been to Christian churches. I've been to places where they get together and they talk about the Norse religion. That's why I like Halloween, just because it's cool. No, and that's one thing. Like, is I want some people like I get a lot of hate from people because I don't have a religion, um, and people just think that's the most worst thing you can do in the world. Norse religion really is cool as hell. Norse religion, like I like it because it's not like one god created everything. It's a multitude of gods, um, and it's just more relatable. Like the stories are more relatable, um, and it just don't get me wrong. The whole God thing just has never made sense to me personally. Did I like school? No. Um, I was bullied throughout my school. Like up until I hit middle school, I was bullied, so I hated going to school. The reason why I was bullied, if I you didn't already know this, I have a spina bifida. I have a disability called spina bifida. No, no, being religious. There's nothing wrong with being religious in any way. Like there's no. I respect that 100%. Like having something to believe in at the end of the day. Like I respect that because it something that gets you through the day to where you feel better about it because you have something to pray to at the end of the day, or you have something to talk to at the end of the day. Like like I said, there's nothing. I don't have any problem with anybody being religious. That's cool. Like I respect that. My mom's religious. Um, that's why the way I see it is just like to me, it's like I said, I respect every religion. Like the Buddhist religion, 100% respect for them. Like I said, any religion you have, I respect it. I don't care if you worship Satan. Like if that's your religion, then that's your religion. And you're gonna catch hate from it no matter what you do. But live, let live, and end of the day. Yeah, exactly. Like at the end of the day, like what you believe in has no effect on me. You know what I mean? And it has what I believe in has no effect on you, other than like obviously what I talk about on this channel has effect on people, but it's not about what I believe in. Like, and I don't. I'm. That's a lot of why like on this channel I don't talk about politics really. I really don't talk about religion because I have no opinion on people having religion. It's not my business what you do at the end of the day. Um, and I have no disrespect towards anybody with religion because, like I said, at the end of the day, you have something you can believe in, and that's badass. I'm actually my day's going good. How are you? I have no idea what she said to me. It's those that push. Yes, see, that's my big. That's another part. That's the only. That's one thing that kind of pushed me away from religion is because like I throughout my life have tried to find what I believe in, obviously, just like everybody else does. Um, and for me, nothing's really struck. So, and people have always pushed religion on me, like my mom. My mom believes in God. But she knows I've already told her that I don't, and she's fine with that. But she still does things like she'll pray for me, or like she'll talk to God for me, or however you say it. Yeah, and that's the way I've been through a lot of things in my life. I lost my leg when I was 25. I was a drug addict. I was born with a disability. I was bullied my whole life. Um, in and out of rehabs, in and out of jails. Um, and at the end of the day, like I've always said that because they say even in recovery you have to have a higher power, right? But your higher power can be anything. And my mom to me is my higher power. Like my mom is that person. Well, my mom and my dad, to be honest, because I could reach out to either one of them, and no matter what it was, and sit there and talk to them about it, and like they're my parents, they're going to show me love. And I mean, like I said, I was born with a disability. I had to learn how to walk differently than everybody else. And my parents were the two people backing me more than anybody, teaching me how to do things throughout my life. Um, so that's what I look at as my higher power. Um, my parents have struggled. You know, they had to. Not only did they have to raise three kids, but they had to raise my brother, my brother was crazy as shit as a kid. I mean, we were crazy as shit together through drug addiction, everything. Um, but my parents were the ones that, no matter where I messed up, my parents still showed me love. They were not happy with me for my choices through drug addiction and all these other things. But my mom, number one is my mom, because my mom, even when I was going to jail, every weekend my mom was there to visit. When I went to rehab, my mom was there to visit. When I've lived on the street, high on meth, my mom came to see me. Um, when I was running a trap house with a bunch of other people, my mom still showed up to check on us, still called us to make sure we were all right. And we were not always the best sons, obviously, because we were drug addicts. We were not good people back then. Um, but there's never been a time that I've ever, like, my mom is, I've always and always will give my mom 100% love, and my dad, because even when I didn't deserve it, they were there. You know what I mean? Thank you, Cuba. I appreciate you. Um, but like I said, even in times when I didn't deserve it, my mom and dad were always there. When I was smoking meth, fucking high as a kite with my brother and a bunch of our friends in a trap house, um, breaking the law, stealing people's shit, robbing people, selling people drugs, um, doing all these things, like doing the most that, like, we shouldn't even survive. To be honest, me and my brother should not have survived. I don't know how we managed to survive, but we did. Um, and that's one thing though that people don't understand. Like, the only fallout I ever had with my mom and dad was when I chose to move out with my brother when I was 17. But the reason why that fallout was is because my dad told me, if you move out with your brother, this is going to turn bad. And I didn't listen. I moved out with my brother, and me and my brother lived together up until I was 25 years old. Like, even when we were kids, we lived in the same room. And then I moved out with him when I was 17. And that was when my drug addiction got really bad. Like, we were doing pills, smoking weed, doing cocaine, drinking, partying all the time. Um, and then I turned 21, and on my 21st birthday was the very first time I ever did meth. The reason why I did meth is because I walked upstairs. My brother was doing something in the corner, and I walked around to see what the fuck he was doing. He didn't hear me come up the stairs. I walked up on him, and he had a meth pipe in his hand. And I told him I wanted to try it. He told me no, but his friend that lived downstairs in our house, I knew he was doing meth. So I went downstairs and I said, "Hey, I want to try this because I want to know why my brother's doing it." And he said, "All right, I'm not going to tell you no because I don't want you to go somewhere else and do it." He said, "I'd rather have you do it with us." So I did it, and I stayed hooked on meth until I turned 25. Um, and then I got a hole in the bottom of my foot, and I was working a job. Well, one day I was walking at work, and I fell down, and I had to pick myself back up, and I fell down again. I couldn't walk. Well, apparently, I had a septic infection in the bone of my left leg, and I didn't know this. Well, I went to the hospital because my mom came pick me up to rush me to the hospital. Yes, a literal hole in the bottom of my foot. One of these days, I'll post the picture um, on YouTube or something. Yes, it was a literal hole in the bottom of my foot, and I just kept running dope. I didn't stop. Because I knew that if I went to the hospital, they were going to call in to do a check on me to see if I had warrants, and if I did, I would have went to jail. So I freaked out, and I ran from the cops, and I, up until this day, um, and then I got antibiotics for about 6 months. The antibiotics didn't work, so it came down to a point where they said either you're going to lose your life or you're going to lose your leg. So I said, all right, I'll let you cut the leg off. So I have below my knee, I got the leg cut off. So I still have my knee, but I have to walk with a prosthetic. Um, so yeah, it was a reality check time kind of point in my life though, where it made me realize I didn't want to do drugs anymore because I could have just lost my life to this situation. And then I relapsed like 4 years later. What? I thought you said something. There's Skip. Skipper Dan. So yeah, I lost my left leg, mostly due to drug addiction. If it wasn't for the fact that I was on drugs, he's getting ready to leave. So Skip leaves on Christmas. So like I said, I'm gonna be doing a live on Christmas while he's on his way to Florida. He's leaving to Florida. We still got a video to do. We'll probably get it done tomorrow. Yeah, if it wasn't for my mom, I would be dead, to be honest. Like, if it wouldn't have been for my mom having my back through everything that I through, I wouldn't be here today. I'd be definitely, I would not be alive. My mom is literally the only reason I've made it this far. Because if it wouldn't have been for talking to her when I went to, or when I was in the hospital, if it wasn't for her, I would probably have been dead. Hold on, guys. I gotta go let Skip in. Thanks, sir. Oh. Give me a second, guys. You'll be here on Christmas. Okay. It'll probably be like a 2 or 3 hour live. It'll probably be a long live. It's got a new. Yeah, I'll probably be live for about an hour or two. Nope, I don't know how to do that. I used to know how to do that, but not haven't been able to do that in a long time. I don't smoke cigarettes. I vape though. Can you do underwater blow smoke rings? I am tired. It's my first day off, so yeah, I worked all weekend and then I got up and did recovery classes this morning. So I've been going since 8 or about 7 in the morning. I serve samples of different stuff. I have a new sample every day that I work. Yeah, I always do something different every day. But I just serve samples for 17.50 an hour. Good money and an easy job. Had to get a new fixture for my vape. I work with a lot of old people though. I'm probably, well, there's one girl younger than me, other than everybody else there is about the same age as me or older. We have one girl that's like, she has to be like 18. All right, have a good day. And peace out, Circuit. I hope you have a good day. I'll be on here for a while, so I'm just chilling. So if you decide to come back on, I'll be here for a little bit, anyways. We're gonna make this live at least an hour long. Thank you guys for the likes on the live. I appreciate that. Got 8 likes right off the get, so that's nice. Is anybody else in here? Sorry, I was quiet for a minute because there was this weird lady who came over and sat next to me, and I don't like to get other people on live unless you skip, obviously. I record Skip when he's running around just because Skip doesn't care if he's on live or not. But I try not to get other people on live that want to be on live for the most part, anyways, just because it's respect. I don't want to put somebody on live if they don't want to be on live. So I try to respect that. Is anybody else in here? I want to say thank you guys also for all the subs. Um, we're almost to 2,000. We're getting close. Every time we do a live, we get at least one sub. So hopefully we will be at 2,000 subs soon. That's what we're shooting for at least. 2,000 subs would be freaking dope. I was trying to get to 2,000 subs before the end of the year, but I don't think that's going to happen. We'll be lucky if we get to 2,000 subs by the end of the year. That would be like the perfect start to the year. Be at 2,000 subscribers to start the year. That would mean I made 2,000 subscriber in just 1 year, which would be sick. Not even a year. It's been like 6 months. So we're actually not doing too bad as far as the subs go. We're getting quite a few subs. What's up? Thank you for coming in. We're just chilling. I was just talking about trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, because that would be a perfect start to the beginning of the year. Is to start the year with 2,000 subs. That would be fucking amazing to do. I don't think we're gonna be able to make it there, but if by some chance we do, that would be the coolest Christmas gift for me, to be honest, is to make it to 2,000 subs by the end of the year. Do I think we're gonna do it? Probably not. We're still like almost 100 off. We got to make about 100, and then I'll be at 2,000 subs. I got to pick some winners for a giveaway. I already have a couple people that I picked for giveaways. Um, we'll see. I know that one of my people already is LC. I'm gonna put her as one of my winners already. Life on Two Wheels. I'm gonna send him something. So we got a couple winners already. We'll see what we do with it. Hopefully we can get some more people in here. Just waiting to see if some more people come in here. We're just chilling, kind of hanging out today because it's my first day off. So I wanted to come on and do a live though, because I promised I would. Said I'd have a live out on Monday, and that's what we're doing. So now we have a live out, and I can say I got my live out like I was supposed to. I will be live again tomorrow though. I'm trying to go live every day now. Well, every weekday. It'll be Monday through Thursday is my lives. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday there will be no live. Surprised Life on Two Wheels isn't in here. What is up, my guy? Keeps ending or like trying to end my live. It's being a pain in the ass today. Try to share it and it tries to or it shuts my live off. I gotta remember to charge my freaking mics tonight. You need to stop it. But yeah, so Skip will be leaving on Thursday, just so everybody knows. So anybody that wants to say goodbye to Skip, today's the day to do it. I mean, next couple days is the day to do it, because he'll be leaving soon. He leaves on Christmas Day, which is okay. It's about time for him to go, so he can go do what he's got to do with his life. What's up, British? What's up? I appreciate you. We do talk. I don't know if you've been on this channel before or not. We do talk about recovery. We talk about my disability, me losing my leg, recovering from drugs. I've been sober for 2 years now. Um, so we just kind of coming on, hanging out, talking about that. If you want to hear my story, I can tell you my story from the start. Thank you for the like on the live. Because I have a kind of an extensive story. You watched two of my videos? Cool, I appreciate that. So, I'll start from the beginning. My name is Scottie Cully. I was born with a disability called spina bifida, um, which means my legs and my spine were messed up when I was born. So I didn't walk right. I wasn't able to walk at first. They had to do extensive surgeries on my legs to straighten my legs, um, so I could walk at least somewhat. Um, I learned how to walk at a younger age or a later age than most people, obviously, because my legs were messed up. I've had to wear leg braces on my legs my whole life. I was bullied growing up because I walked different than everybody else. I was different. I had disability. I walked different. Everybody would call me things like freak, penguin, um, just all kinds of not cool stuff. Um, what's up, Stacey? Um, so as I grew up, I was bullied a lot until I hit middle school. And then when I hit middle school, I had some friends that were willing to fight for me and help me fight and teach me how to fight and fight back. Because it was always usually if I had a problem, my brother would handle it. But there was a lot of problems that I had that I didn't talk about, like being bullied. I didn't want to bring it up. One, because I was scared that if my brother went and did something, my brother was going to go to jail, and I didn't like that. Yes, I understand that. I'm homeless too. I get that, but that's why we need to get you down here. But you need to go to your surgery first. Um, but so when I hit middle school, I ended up starting. My brother gave me pills for the first time to help with my back pain and my leg pain. Well, I have a drug addict personality, and I've had to. I learned that drug or pills was a really. It made me feel good. It didn't make me hurt. I wasn't hurting and all this shit. But then I realized I was out of control doing pills all the time. I did pills up until the time I turned 21. When I turned 21, I found my brother doing meth, and I ended up trying meth for the first time on my 21st birthday. And I did meth up until I was 25 with my brother. We ran a trap house. We sold drugs. We did a lot of drugs with people. We did a lot of bad things. We stole. We robbed people. We were just not good people. Um, then when I was 25, I got a rock in the bottom of my foot. I ended up. It ended up dug a good hole in my foot, and I kept running and gunning, selling drugs, and working a job at the same time. And it got to a point where one day I was walking at work and I couldn't stand. Like my leg just kept collapsing out from under me. So I had my boss call my mom. My mom came and picked me up, took me to the hospital. They did antibiotics for I think like 6 months, and it didn't work. So 6 months later, they gave me a choice of either I was going to lose my life or I was going to lose my leg. So I let him take my leg. I stopped doing drugs at that point because I was scared of I was going to die. So I stopped doing drugs at that point. I didn't do drugs again until I was probably 32, 32, I think, 33, or something like that. And then I relapsed with this dude that I was working with. And then 4 months later, I was living in the park, lost my job, lost my dog, lost my everything at that point. Everything I had worked for the time that I was sober, I lost it all. Was a very suicidal, angry, pissed off person, was ready to not live anymore. Um, I was in the park one day. My dad worked on like he cleans the parks and mows the parks and waters the parks and all these other things. Well, his boss that morning turned on the sprinklers, not knowing I was around, um, soaking everything that I had. Well, I had hit a break. It was at that day I hit a breaking point where everything had changed. I hit this point of either I was going to die or I was going to do something about it. So my boss, dad's boss, comes over to check on me. Um, I'm in tears. He asked me if there's anything he can do to help, and that he was sorry that that happened. I said the only thing I really want to do is talk to my dad one more time. So he went and got my dad. My dad came over. I told my dad I wanted to go get help and do the right thing this time. I was tired of being a drug addict. I was tired of fucking feeling like I was gonna die all the time. And I told him if I didn't stop, I was gonna die. Um, and so I went to rehab. First of all, before I went to rehab, I tried to go to the rehab in my hometown. They denied me. So my choice was I was gonna go get some dope so I could go get high and maybe a rehab would accept me. It didn't work. It didn't happen that way. So what happened was I was walking down the pathway one day, and my mom called me and said that I needed to come to the outpatient building in my hometown. I get there and they tell me that they found a place for me in the Ontario rehab. So I went to the Ontario rehab and graduated rehab on my birthday. Moved into a sober home that was right next door. Um, and was doing and have been doing great since actually. But so what happened was I was staying in the sober home. I wasn't able to get to classes because my leg, I have a prosthetic leg on one side, my other leg is bad. So I wasn't able to walk across town to these classes. Nobody was helping me, but instead they chose to kick me out and send me to a homeless shelter here in Boise, Idaho, which is where I still am to this day. Working on getting out of here, working on trying to get what I need to do done. It's just taking longer than I expected, but I'll be out of here before too long. Um, and so yeah, it's been a long. I have a long story. Try to watch your streams whenever I can, but anyways, I need to sleep. Yeah, I'm in recovery now. I'm 2 years sober now. I forgot to add that part into the story. I am 2 years sober now. Um, I don't do it. I'm yeah, I'm good. Haven't touched a dope pipe or anything in 2 years. Is this YouTube? Yes. Is that what you're asking? Is this YouTube? Yes, this is YouTube. So, anyways, so we're gonna be moving to a new shelter here pretty soon. Um, this shelter is yes, this is YouTube. But we're gonna be moving to a different shelter soon. I mean, it's the same shelter. It's a different building, better building, same shelter. We'll be doing that pretty soon, which is cool because then I don't have to be in this shitty place. We'll be in a lot better place, and then whenever you can get down here, then you'll be in a better place than this place. Because this building kind of sucks right now. And you don't want to come down here at the moment because people keep getting scabies and shit in here. Living in a shelter sucks, but it's better than nothing. So I've actually been on today for about almost an hour. We're about to hit into the hour mark. Last couple lives I've been doing, I've only been going for half an hour. But we are gonna get off here because I got to use the restroom. But we're gonna fucking like I said, I'll be live again tomorrow. Um, Probably same time, maybe a little earlier. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I got on early today, so we'll see. If I'm out of class at 11:30, then I'll just go live at 11:30. If it's not till after that, then I'll obviously be on after that. But we do have. Oh, somebody took away one of the likes. It said 9, now it says 8. Please like the live if you're in here. We talked a lot about recovery in here. I talk about how I have a disability, how I lost my leg, um, how I got into recovery. I've been in recovery for 2 years now. Sober, doing good. Um, and for anybody that doesn't know, yes, I was born with a disability called spina bifida, and also I lost my leg when I was 25 years old um, because of my drug addiction. Thank you for the likes on the live again. I appreciate that. Everybody that likes live, it does help because it moves the live to the for you page, makes it to where I can reach more people, especially people like that are needing help in recovery, people that are struggling, people that are fighting through depression or whatever it is that you're going through. That's a lot of what this channel. Well, actually, that's exactly what this channel is for. This channel is for people that are going through anything, or just want to hear my story, or want to tell your story, or you want to talk about what you're going through. Whether it's you've had somebody die in your life, you're sick, you're a drug addict, or whether you're in recovery, or any of those things. That's what this channel is about. Like I said, I go into detail about how I was born with a disability called spina bifida. I was a pill addict at first, and then I became a meth addict, and then I lost my leg, got sober. I know. So I'm there. We're getting ready to move to a new building. So soon as we move to the new building, I will be able to get you down here. But we have to wait till that building is done, or till we're. It should be the end of this month. Um, so I gotta get to where we're in that building because when they set up there, they're gonna be able to help people a lot more. Like medically fragile people, they have beds for them. They have people for recovering addicts. They have people for people. We have um, mental health well-being classes here. We have drug and alcohol classes here. So that when we move to the new building, they're going to have more opportunities for people to help. So I have to wait until we move to that new building. Like I said, that should be at the end of this month. It's a way better building, way better stuff to help people. Um, but no, if anybody on here, first of all, tell me where you guys are from. Tell me what you're doing for Christmas. Um, like I said, if you're going through something, here's a good place to tell me about it. Or you can join my Discord down in my bio. In my bio, um, we talk about recovery in there. Well, Christmas is my last day off, and then I got to work on Friday, so I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna chill out because I have to go to work the next day, anyways. And it's bound to be a crazy day. Today is my first day off of the week, so I am fucking thankful. This weekend was nuts. It was crazy. So many people all over the place. Thank you for the like on the live. Somebody just liked the live again, and I appreciate that. Um, anyways, so like I said, my name is Scottie Cully. I was born with a disability called spina bifida. I was a drug addict. I'm a recovering drug addict. Lost my leg when I was 25. Sorry. But anyways, I was a pill addict for from the time I was like 13 till the time I was 21. Why do you keep coming out here? All right, guys, I am gonna cut the live because people keep coming out here. So I'll see you guys later.